Hello everyone. Oh, I've got fireworks going off outside. I don't know if you can hear them. Anyway, somebody's having a good Christmas. I hope you are too. I had the most wonderful family Christmas and I just wanted to wish you all the very best seasonal greetings, whether you celebrate Christmas or not. I wanted to share with you some of the great, I think, ideas that came to my mind while enjoying all the love and all the warmth and all the joy of celebrations that went on in my family and with my life over the Christmas period. So I hope to be able to share some little gems with you that might make a difference. So here we go. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel though, and give me a thumbs up if you like what I'm going to tell you. So 3 major things that I boiled it down to. A little bit more philosophical than usual, but you know, if you want to find out more about how I lost 21 pounds and 4 inches from my waist and 3 inches from my tummy and my hips using Herbalife Nutrition, well, go ahead and look at one of my other videos. But today I really want to talk to you a little bit about my journey and how I've reached this point 33 years later. And maybe you can take something from it without having to spend 33 years finding it. So 3 things. It's all about where your life goes, where it takes you, and what you wind up doing with your entire life. It relies on 3 things. Education is one, mindset is another, and belief is the 3rd thing. Now, if that doesn't resonate with you at all, you might as well switch off now, because I'm going to go into those 3 areas a little bit, and maybe you'll understand how I put these 3 things together in my mind as being quite pivotal. So, education. First of all, most of us who are listening to YouTube, who have a phone or a computer, who have had some kind of access to education, and I don't really even mean formal education. It could be what you learn from your parents or what you learn from other family members, or indeed what you've learned from just the people who brought you up. That education is so pivotal to how you live your life. So I went to school and I had a standard kind of education. I did my GCSEs, they were called O-levels in those days. I did my A-levels, and I had to pick a career route for myself out of what I'd been doing. At the same time, my parents, who had lived through the war and didn't really manage to complete their education fully, were very caringly advising me that the best thing that I could do would be to get a degree so that I could get ahead, and that would make all the difference to my future job, life and career. So looking at what I had and having very little knowledge of what the rest of my life was going to look like and what really I wanted, I had found myself going through the O-levels and A-levels that led me eventually to wind up taking A-levels in chemistry, biology and art. I mean, what a combination, but nobody advised me, and that's what I did because I was sort of scoring quite well at school. I'd get some A's and some B's, and art I enjoyed, so you know, that's how I ended up doing those A-levels. Well, that didn't really set me up for a career, and so in the end I decided that I would take a degree in education and teach. So my main subject was biology, but I didn't teach it. It was just that I had reached A-level standards, so that was what was required of me. So we're looking here at education requirements as opposed to what I actually had somewhere inside deep within me as a calling in life. And I didn't know what that was at 18 anyway, so I was only guided by my education and by my parents. So I wound up going to University of London I knew that I wanted to come to London. That was something that I followed. Something inside of me told me that that's where I wanted to be. And I don't know what it was, but I followed that one. It wasn't the advice of anybody else that I knew. It was just something inside me that told me that that's what I wanted to do. So part of my story is good. I continued my education in London, in a place that I wanted to be. That ended up actually having the rest of my family move over to London from Hong Kong, where they had been living, and they saw the rest of their days out, and the rest of my siblings came to London and completed their education. So education was a major part of what we are all led by in life. Then the next thing that I want to talk about is mindset. So mindset covers a heck of a lot in your life alongside your education. So my mindset was one where I wanted to be a good daughter, a good student, a well-behaved child at school, someone who achieved quite well. Didn't really want to be top of the class because people might take too much notice of me, because another part of my mindset was to be modest, quiet and good. Don't rock the boat too much. Be a good big sister. Set a good example. All of those kind of things. Be a good girl. So that was my already always mindset. So going to university, learning how to become a teacher, I would then get a job as a teacher and become a wife, and be around the people that I went to university with, other teachers, other graduates, and we all got jobs in the world of teaching or education. And we did that for some time. And I did that for about 10 years. And again, my mindset was, be as good as you can be. Don't shine out too much because you might get noticed too much. And just be good at what you're doing. So I was very good at what I was doing. But then everything shook up about 10 years after I embarked on my career in life. Things went wrong in my personal life, and I ended up getting divorced and then having to reassess where my life was going. And the third thing I was going to bring into this conversation, education, mindset, and belief. Now, my beliefs were that maybe I didn't do all the things that I should have been doing quite right. I believed that I was a bit of a failure. I believed that everything that I was doing in the belief that I was being good and following instructions and just basically being part of the plan for my life, got a bit kind of mixed up, got a bit turned over, and I thought, well, where am I going? What is my belief of what I should be doing? And all I know is that there was a little part of me that said there must be something more. There must be something different. And I can only be grateful to the fact that I had something niggling away inside of me saying there must be something else. And I could have carried on doing what I was doing, got another job as a teacher, found myself some other thing to be busy with, find myself a good, reliable husband maybe, or not, depending on my luck. And, you know, I just believed that there was nothing else for me in life, but I had a little inkling that there might be something that I could change. And I'm so lucky that I did. And I can't put it down to anything but luck or the universe or whatever, but things got shaken up when I was in my early 30s. And suddenly I had to pay the bills, the mortgage, everything was on me. I wasn't sharing that with anybody else. And I was being a teacher and not liking that very much at all either. So they say, for things to change, you have to change. So I decided that I was going to completely give up teaching. I was going to completely give up having a job, and I was going to become my own boss with my own business. Now, I had no education and background in that. I had no mindset around that. All I had was some kind of vision that was given to me by the founder of our company that things could actually be better. And I was just at that crossroad in my life when I thought, why not? What if? What if things could change for me? And I looked at all the things that had happened to me previously that weren't that great. So I thought, what if I try something else? I think I'm capable of that. I didn't know that I could, but I did. And I am so glad that I did, because now I am living proof of another person. I am a person who is my own boss, controls my own financial life, has a beautiful, happy, healthy relationship with my husband, my daughter, my business associates, and the rest of my family members. And I am so grateful for that. And I look around today at people who maybe don't have all of the things that I have. I'm not saying that I'm great or wonderful and that you should be like me. I'm just saying that if you look at your education and your mindset and what you believe that you can do, that could be the biggest and best change that you could do for yourself. Now, it could be really scary, because guess what? Everyone around you is probably saying, you need to get a good job. You need to work at your job. You need to earn a salary to pay your rent or your mortgage or your bills or for your car. And then take a look around at what you've got and ask yourself, is it worth it? Are you paying a price of your life that is not happy for things that are material goods? So you could either give away all your material goods and, live in a cave somewhere, or you could make a few adjustments to your mindset and maybe not put so much faith in your education. Yeah, sure, reading and writing and a little bit of maths is quite good in life. But other than that, trigonometry, chemistry, I enjoy art, but, so what I'm saying is that take a look at your hard. If your life is hard because you're struggling to find a job, to keep a job, to be happy in your job, ask yourself, why are you doing that job? Probably because everybody around you is of the same mindset and they are saying the same thing. Things like, oh, I hate my boss. Oh, I can't wait for my holidays. Oh, I hate this job. I need to get another job. I can't get another job because I can't find another job. Everybody's looking for work and I can't find any work. And it's horrible to think about, but because everyone around you is saying the same negative shit, you end up believing it. You end up somehow being comfortable. This is a comfort zone where you end up believing that, yeah, that's what we do. There'll be a better life at some point. When I retire? I don't think so. I mean, again, not being smug, but, in my next birthday, I'm going to be 70. So I'm well past retirement age, but I haven't retired. I don't need to retire. I'm living my life the way I've lived my life for the last 33 years. And that's being happy and healthy with Herbalife Nutrition. I'm my own boss. I do as I please. I don't have to worry about my bills. And life's good. And I'm so grateful. And I just really, again, I don't want to show off or anything, but I just want to maybe give you an insight or an inkling to maybe being open to a different kind of mindset, and maybe also open your belief up to what you could do with your life. Because you know what? I'm sure if you look, you have some talents, you have some skills, you have some abilities, and you're probably worth a whole lot more than your boss and your job are paying you. And you're having to put up with stuff that you don't even like doing just so that you can keep body and soul together. And then you retire, and then you get old, and then your life is over. Is that really what life is about? So it's a little bit serious and a little bit thought-provoking, and I'm sorry if it sounds... I didn't expect to be sounding sad in any way. I just really wanted to give you a different perspective. So I hope it makes sense. If it touches one or two people, please give me a like button. This is not the jolliest post I've ever put up on Facebook, or what is this, YouTube? But I just feel that I needed to say it today because I've been feeling so grateful and so happy to have got to this point in my life and to have had a wonderful day yesterday with family that has so inspired me, with family online, I have to say. But it's been the best Christmas ever because of my mindset. I believe that what I'm doing fills me up with joy, and it can do for you too. So if you'd like to find out more, I'm not going to carry on anymore. Just give me a thumbs up, comment in the section below, and I'll be more than happy to talk to you. And maybe we can find something that will move your life into a better phase. We can choose and design a life that you would enjoy living. So anyway, I hope this has helped. I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye for now.